Okay, bragging time. I saved a company 5.6 cents per set on these cap and bottle preforms. Now, you might not be all that impressed by that, but it adds up to a daily cost savings of $45,000 a day, or $16.5 million annually. So how do we get there? Well, let's talk about scaling up with injection molds and production machines. And we're going to use an example of these coins, and let's say they're worth 25 cents each. Costing of parts is mostly based on production efficiency. The key is spending the right money on the right molds and the right machines at the right time. A sad but very popular trend is the use of insert molds or master unit die molds. These cheap molds run slowly. They limit the cavities you can put into a mold. You'll be cycling once per minute, making 2 parts per minute while paying $120 an hour for production costs. Cheap molds are deflationary assets. You never make your money out of it. I recommend starting with a hardened steel mold. 8 cavities would utilize this space well within this mold. Higher quality molds run more efficiently, so you go 2 cycles per minute or 16 parts per minute. Now, side note, this is the ideal time to optimize your design and get customer feedback, or if you haven't started, this is where you start. Now, moving forward, the next step would be ownership of your own injection molding machine and going to larger molds. You can move up mold size and maybe go to a 32 cavity mold. Mold cost grows considerably because you need hot runner systems to overcome the limits of how far this plastic can get pushed within the mold. But the output is beautiful. Now let's knock off that hourly cost and purchase the machine. Again, it's a huge difference. Now, molding machines have an industry standard. The tonnage of the machine is linked to the maximum size of the mold it can take and the shot or amount of plastic it can put through. But most people we do work for have very thin designs. They don't need all of that. So we've got a way of making an undersized screw in these machines, and it actually speeds it up 130%. Now all of a sudden the money's starting to look fantastic, but we've got more. If we go to a 72 cavity mold, it's even more expensive, but it's super efficient. So efficient that once you look at the math, it's expensive not to have it. Molds like this are usually paired with a fully electric molding machine. Basically, there are 3 kinds of injection molding machines. You've got your old technology hydraulic machines. They're old and go slow because as those molds clamp together, they don't know where the position is and they've got to go slow so they don't crack or break anything. Now with servo machines, it's kind of like a hybrid. It's a big step up. It's got this good electronic brain that can push the molds close together, and then just that last couple millimeters, it's got to go slow. It's quieter, easier, faster, and more energy efficient. But the really cool ones are the fully electric machines. They're super fast and efficient. The molds clamp together with maximum speed and precision. It's the quietest and most effective lightning fast machine out there. So cycle times could be less than 10 seconds, or my personal best is 6.8 seconds on the 64 cavity mold and 7.2 seconds on the 72 cavity mold. The cost of these molds and machines are expensive, but the money saved paid them both off after only 2.5 weeks of production. With any product, your needs and mileage will vary, but the key to profitability is spending the right amount of money at the right time and gain an efficiency advantage.